Titanic just got re-released in theaters, and that makes me really happy because it brings me back to 97 for the first time when I went to go see Titanic in theaters. Now, I was 7 when I went to go see Titanic, and I actually probably saw it in the early part of 1998 because I remember it had already won Best Picture when I went to go see it in theaters. Nonetheless, it's a testament to how cool my mom is because as a 7-year-old, I obviously should not be seeing PG-13 movies, but my mother was always awesome and she didn't believe in censorship and she thought I was mature enough. And in fact, she made like a big event out of it. She had already seen the movie with my dad and she was like, "It's the biggest movie of all time. You have to go see it. You can't miss out on it." For the record, my mother doesn't talk anything like that. So I went to go see it and I loved it, and it was the biggest movie I'd ever seen in the movie theater in my young life. And I spent the better part of 1998 recreating Titanic with my Barbie and Ken dolls, and it was just beautiful. So although 1997 and 1998 doesn't feel like that long ago, being 7 years old really does feel like that long ago. So I went on Wikipedia and I looked up 1997 and I made a little list of how different the world really was back in 97, the first time Titanic came out. In the US, Bill Clinton was still president. In fact, he had just been inaugurated for his second term in the beginning of 1997. In January of 1997, Madeleine Albright became the first female Secretary of State in the United States history. In Scotland, scientists had announced that Dolly, an adult sheep, had been successfully cloned. Divorce becomes legal in Ireland, which I did not know was illegal until 1997, so that's one of those like cool little facts. The Labour Party in the UK comes back into power for the first time in 18 years and Tony Blair becomes Prime Minister. Yasser Arafat returned to Hebron after more than 30 years and celebrates the last of the Israeli-controlled West Bank cities. And that was the last time we ever talked about the West Bank. In August of 1997, Steve Jobs returned to Apple after being fired. Princess Diana dies. In October of 1997, the New York Times has its first color picture appear on the cover of the New York Times. The Toyota Prius, the first hybrid car ever, goes into production. And last and certainly most importantly, Radiohead comes out with OK Computer, the greatest piece of music ever composed, ever. It's just like not even like a conversation. Mozart. And that's how different life was in 97. It's so weird. Like, the world was so different. We had a lot of the same problems, but like Steve Jobs was returning to Apple. Like, that's so mind-blowing to me. Anyway, I hope you get a chance to go see Titanic in 3D. I haven't yet, but I'm really excited and I really want to go because I love it and I love James Cameron and I love the film. And Titanic's just such an important moment for film history.